Hello, my name is Rovel Gaither, aka The Mad Bagger, and welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I'm bringing you guys along on a process of me making this amazing duffel bag. And I just made a duffel bag not too long ago, so I'm making this one pretty close to that one. And it's crazy because I typically don't make duffel bags this close together. I probably do one like once every year or so. So it's really crazy me doing them this close together, but I was really drawn to doing this bag design. I originally designed it in like a smaller bag and I sat on the small bag design for a while, but then I was like, you know what, let me see what this will look like as a duffel bag. And I drew it out, fell in love with it. And I've been sitting on this color combo for a really long time. And I finally thought this would be the perfect design to do the color combo in. So I love how the bag came out. I love the process of making this, all the details, everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and show the bag and talk about it. So let's do that. So this is the bag that I make in today's video, and look at this absolute beauty. Do you see this? I love this design so much. Like from top to bottom, this is a stunning piece. Like the colors on this, the techniques, the everything, the shapes, the design, this is such a beautiful work of art. I love it so much. So as you can see, it is a duffel bag. I decided to do quilting and overlays for this one. So I quilted it on the front and the back, and I used the new foam for this one. So it's a lot more bubbly and like has more of a quilted look. I don't know if it's showing up good on camera, but in person, it's super bubbly and kind of like fluffy feeling. I love it so much. And I did these really nice boxed kind of, they're boxed, but they're also rounded in the corner, so it gives it like a curvy situation, which is also what I love so much. So I did it in layers. So I did the tan with the brown as well. Looks really nice. Kind of reminds me of like checker print, almost like situation vibe going on. It's really dope on here. Again, I quilted it on the front and the back, so it has the same design on the back. It just doesn't have the name tag. And I also did this really nice detail on the handle with the rivets. I do this detail every now and then, but I thought it was such a nice touch to do on here because originally I didn't have this feature on here. I designed the bag and it was just like the colors with the box corners and the quilting, but I was like, something's missing. So I did like rivets on the handle and I loved how it looked. I felt like it really completed the design, so it looks amazing. All brass hardware on this one. I did do purse feet as well, and I really just love this bag. I did also do an adjustable strap that I'll show kind of towards the end of this video, but she is a stunner. And this bag gives me like a really vintage but new type of vibe and feel. Like it looks like something that would have been worn back in the day, but it also feels so fresh and new, like it could be current. Like it's so dope. I love this design so much. And I did make this one fully out of canvas. So typically, you know, I like to use denim and canvas. So this one is fully canvas, 100% cotton. And she is amazing. I love how it came out. So yeah, if you do want to stick around and watch me make this bag, please do. Make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Make sure you guys also check out my description box so you can check out my website link and my social medias as well. And if you're interested in purchasing this bag or any ones that I have up and available, again, my website is linked down below. And I do also have 2 patterns available on my website for anyone who's interested in making their own stuff. So I have one for a wallet and then one for a tote bag. You buy the pattern, download it, print it out, and I have the tutorials over here on my channel on how to put those together. So make sure you check that out if you're interested in that. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, so I'm back in the studio, and today it is November 16th. It is currently a very gray and cloudy day outside, but it's lovely because I like when it's kind of gray and cloudy and rainy outside because it's like really warm and comforting in the studio. You know, when I'm in here working, you got the rain outside, you get the vibes. So today I'm going to be making this lovely duffel bag. Now, I don't really even know if this is a duffel or if it will be considered more of like a work style bag, or like I don't really know what type of bag this would be. I'm just gonna call it a duffel bag because that's what I think it would be. So I'm gonna go ahead and show the sketch. It's super dope. Also, it's not gonna be just today, it's gonna be over the course of the next few days I'm gonna be making this bag. And this is the sketch that I did right here. I love this so much. And it's not really like a crazy design. Like it's not a crazy intricate pattern or any crazy thing. You know, I like to get crazy with my work. This is more of like a real laid back, relaxed type of situation. And I originally designed this bag months ago, and I did it in the smaller version at first, and I was sitting on the smaller version, but then recently I was like, you know what, let me try to see what it would look like kind of more bigger, elongated and all that stuff. And I sketched this one out and I loved it, and I was like, I have to make this. Like it just seems so like classy, sophisticated, and like almost vintage kind of vibe to it. I love it so much. So it's this really nice dark chocolate brown, and we have like another tan color to go with it. I love these colors together. It's super, these colors always look good. These colors always look good together. Brown and tan, or like a cream, is always going to look amazing because it's like the same colors, like in a different shade. And that makes sense. Is tan brown? I'm gonna say tan is brown. It's just like a shade of brown. I hope that wasn't wrong, but that's what we're going with for today. So I have been doing pre-production for like the last 4 or 5 days, I want to say. So I have all of my pieces already cut out. This is the brown that I'm going with. It has a few little pieces of thread and lint on here, but this is the brown that I'm going with. It's like this nice deep brown chocolate color. I love this so much. And this is a 100% cotton canvas. So this is the brown. And then for the tan, this is the color right here, which looks so good on here. I have all of my overlays and stuff done because, again, I've been doing pre-production for the last few days, which has been kicking my butt. The good thing, though, about it, it didn't take too long because for this one, I'm making 1 bag instead of 2. I have been doing 2 for the last 2 drops that I did. But for this one, I kind of just feel like doing 1. I didn't think that I didn't really have an urge to make 2 of these. I was like, you know what? 1, I feel like is fine with this one. So I have all of my overlays done. We have all of the tan pieces, all of the brown. I have my name tag. We're going with the oval name tag on this one. I have all of my handles and things prepped. And for this one, I am doing quilting. If you know me, you know I love a good quilted look. I love quilting, and I'm trying this new foam. So I got this new foam. This one is a 1-inch thick foam, which is thicker than what I normally use. I like to use a 1/2 inch. And if you know me, or for the last few projects, if you've seen my quilting projects that I was doing, I was using 1/4 inch foam, and I was doubling up on it because I ran out of 1/2 inch thick. But this is 1 inch, and I was a little nervous because I was like, 1 inch might be too thick, but it's actually really squishy. Like, I don't know if you can, this is much squishier than the foam I was using. So I think it's gonna give it a much more nice bubbly look and just quilted look to it, which I think I'm gonna like. So I'm gonna try this new foam, hope that it works really well, because I'm doing quilting on the front and the back with the straight lines going down it. So the first thing that I'm gonna go ahead and do, which is, if you know me, you know I love a good template. I already have my template made up and ready to go. So all I have to do is just lay it on the front and the back body piece, dot out all of my lines, and then remove it. And then I'm going to connect all of the lines, and that's where all of my overlays and quilting is going to be. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm also going to do all of the overlays. So the first step is the quilting and the overlay, and I'm really excited to try this new foam. I think it's going to give it a really nice look, because one thing about it is I love quilting, but I feel like with the foam that I'm using, I was never really able to get the bubbly look. I feel like with all of the quilting I've done, I've tried different things or different techniques to try to get a really nice quilted bubbly look, and I have not achieved that yet. So I'm going to see if maybe with this foam, because it's pretty much a 1/2 inch thicker than what I typically use, I'm going to see if this can give me the look that I've been trying to go for. We're going to see. So I am using also for the thread colors a brown and a tan to match, and that's really all that I have to say before I get into this. I'm really excited to start because I feel like I've been doing pre-production and everything for so long. I'm just ready to get on the machine and get to work. I also did sew up a little test piece. It's kind of overexposed on camera, so it might not show well. I just kind of wanted to test out the pattern and see how everything was going to look and lay. But yeah, it's a super nice bag. I think it's going to be a really nice size. I like the size of this too because it's kind of short and elongated. Like, it's a really odd duffel bag type of shape. This is literally the same kind of shape that I did for the Sadistic Stitches duffel bag. If you guys seen that, it's literally the same size. I want to say I took the same pattern and kind of just edited it and readjusted it. So I want to say it's the same size as the Sadistic Stitches, which is really cool because for this style of bag, it's kind of like an odd shape, which I'm excited to see how this is going to turn out. So I'm going to go ahead and start quilting, doing all of the overlays, and then I'll check back in and let you know what I'm going to do next. So let's do that. All right, so it's 2 days later now, and I just went ahead and finished up all the overlays in the quilting. And this is what the front is looking like so far. Oh my gosh. Hold on, let me move this lighting because I feel like it's uneven or whatever. I don't know, but this is what the front is looking like. I love this so much. I seriously adore these colors. I think I've done this color combo before. I have done a brown and like an off-white cream color before, but I think I've also done this brown and tan. I love this color combo so much. And I love the box off square overlays on the corners too. Like, it looks amazing. And the 1-inch foam that I used on this was perfect. I feel like it really gave it that quilty look or a bubbly look that I wanted or was trying to go for. I don't know if it's showing up good on camera, but it's like really nice and bubbly and I love it. It wasn't hard to sew with at all either because it is more squishier, so it's easier to get under the foot of the machine, which is what I was worried about because I was like, oh my gosh, it's like a 1/2 inch thicker. I already have an issue getting the 1/2 inch thick one under my machine, but this one is squishier than the one that I typically use, so it worked amazingly. So this is what the back is looking like right here. Super nice, super nice. So I have all of, again, the quilting and the overlays done. It took me quite a bit of time, but I got through it. It didn't take too long because, again, I'm only making one. If I was doing 2 of these, it probably would have taken me 4.5 days to get all of that done. So the next step that I'm going to go ahead and do, the next thing, is I have my strap connectors kind of prepared. So I'm going to attach the strap connectors. I'm using the tan color for it. I already have them kind of marked out on here where they're going to be. So the strap connectors are going to line up in the little markings. And then I'm also using these rectangle rings. I'm using the brass squarish rectangular ones. Love this hardware choice with this one. I was going to use an antique brass because typically when I think of like brown or like with this color combo, I think of like vintage or just brown or like antique. And I wanted to do the antique brass, but I felt like it was too dark and the brass was like a little perfect. Like, it was just a little different, not a little different, but it was like a little brighter than the antique brass. The antique brass kind of made it dull looking. I should try to grab some and show you so you can kind of, let me go do that actually. Maybe. All right, so just to show the difference, this is the regular brass right here, and then this is the antique brass. So you can see that there are 2 different finishes. So I'm gonna hold them on here so you can kind of see what I was talking about. Like, this is the brass, this is the antique brass. The antique brass is just a little too dark for the vibe of this. I feel like with the brass, it really matches the dark brown with the tan. Not matches it, but it pairs nicely with it versus the antique brass. Like, it's too much. I'm going a little too in depth over this, like I'm really nerding out about this, but yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with the regular brass instead. So I'm using the rectangle rings, and then I'm going to attach the strap connectors with those on and all that good stuff. And typically the next step after that would be to do the piping. I already have my piping made up, but I'm gonna try something different this time. I'm not gonna attach the piping yet. I'm gonna wait until I put the lining on, because the way that I sew this bag, I have to sew the lining and the exterior together. So I'm going to base the lining on first and then put the piping, because I noticed the new way that I've been doing my piping, I've been pulling it a lot tighter, so it kind of curves the ends inward a little bit, and it makes it harder to base the lining when your exterior piece is kind of curved. So I'm gonna base the lining first and then put the piping, if that makes sense. So that's gonna be like kind of towards the end. So I'm not gonna do the piping yet, but I am going to do the zipper gusset and zipper gusset and the zipper panel and the bottom gusset. I'm gonna prep that up as well. So for the zipper on this one, I was debating between these two. They're both brown zippers. So this one, I originally was gonna go with this one at first. It's like a really bright golder color for the coil on this one, but then I also have this one that's like more of a duller brass gold color. And this duller one matches the brass on this one. And I was drawn to this one at first because I was like, oh, I typically like to use this one like when I'm using like, I like to use the brighter gold zippers when I'm using like gold or brass hardware. But I feel like the gold on this one is too, I don't know if it's showing up good on camera, it's too much for this. Like it's just too bright. So I'm gonna go with the duller one, which matches beautifully. So this is the zipper that I'm gonna go with on here. It's a brown with a brass coil. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do the bottom support as well. I'm gonna do purse feet. So I'm gonna do 5 purse feet. I have everything marked out. I'm gonna do like the flat circular ones on here. I'm really going in depth on what I'm doing. Ciao. I'm just talking and talking. These are the purse feet that I'm doing. It's the flat circular ones, the brass, and I'm gonna do 5 of them on this bag. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop rambling because I've already been talking so much, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the strap connectors. I'm going to do the rivets for the strap connectors, and then I'm going to do the zipper panel, bottom gusset, bottom support, and then I'll check back in and let you know what I'm gonna do next. So without further ado, let's get into that. All right, so it is now another 2 days later. I think it's 2 days. I'm kind of losing track on the time at what day it is, how many days I've been doing what. I've just been working, okay? So I went ahead, I did the strap connectors, and I sewed them down, and I also put the rivets on. So this is what the front looks like. Really nice, super simple, nothing too crazy. So I put the 2 rivets on there as well. So this is the front, and then this is the back right here. I have the strap connectors on there as well. And again, I didn't put the piping on yet because I want to wait to base the lining on to kind of combat the pointed corners or the curved ends so that it doesn't do that. And then I also went ahead and finished up the gusset yesterday. So I spent all of yesterday working on the gusset. I did the zipper panel, which looks lovely, darling. I love the stitching on here. And the thing about this zipper panel is the zipper tape and coil. Well, the coil on this one is like a brass, and I didn't want to use the other brass zipper pulls that I had. So the only other ones that I had were like these ones, and they're a little bit brighter. I don't know if it's showing on camera. It's a little bit more saturated and brighter than the actual coil, but it's really not too noticeable. Honestly, no one will probably notice it if it's not pointed out. It's not too noticeable, but I notice it because it's like, I know. But I have that done. I also added on the little strap connectors on the ends because I'm going to do an adjustable strap. So this is where it's going to hook on. So I added them on both ends. I did the purse feet on the bottom, which looks lovely. We have the 5 purse feet, the bottom support. And as you can see from the peak, the lining is going to be like this banana cream color, and it came out lovely. So zipper panel's done, bottom gusset, front and the back is pretty much done. So now I'm going to go ahead and start on the lining. So again, for the lining, I'm using this banana cream color, and it's a little bit of a different color than the browns on the exterior. So let me kind of hold it up so you can see what we got going on. So this is the color that I'm using for the interior. I love this color so much, and it doesn't match the colors on the exterior, but I think it'll be a fun little pop on the inside because it's still kind of like in that same family, but it's just like a different shade, like a way lighter shade, if that makes sense. So I think it'll be really nice, and it'll just be like a different little pop on the inside that'll kind of just be like bow, you know? Bow. So for the lining on this one, I'm gonna do the normal that I typically do. I'm doing a zipper pocket, slip pocket, name tag. I'm doing, that's really pretty much it. It's gonna be the normal that I normally do. And for the zipper on this one, I'm using the same color that I used for the exterior because I had another brown, but it was like way lighter. It kind of looked like a hot chocolate type of color, like a really light hot chocolate color, and I didn't like it because it was too many different, it was like giving too many different colors and shades, and I was like, it's gonna throw it off. So I've just decided to go with this one because it matches the best. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start on the lining, finish that up, and I'm gonna try to base that on today, and then if I can do that, I'm gonna attach the piping today as well. So that's what I have next up on the chopping block. Is that the right term, chopping block? I think that's how you say it. Yeah, chopping block. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock that out, and then I will check back in and let you know what I'm gonna do next. So let's do that. All right, so it's the next day and I went ahead and I finished up the lining. So I went ahead and it looks a little weird and like wonky and padded because it's kind of basted onto the back of this piece, so it's really padded right now. But once everything is sewn together, it'll kind of pull the edges and it won't look so, what is the word? Won't look so wonky? I guess that's what I'm gonna say, won't look so wonky. But I went ahead and I added the zipper pocket in there. It has the nice brown tape with the gold coil, my name tag, and then when you open it up, it says made by Rovell Gaither. And then on the other side, I went ahead and did the I didn't do a divided slip pocket on this one. I just did a really big slip pocket. And then I also added some rivets in the stretch areas off camera, just so that it keeps these stitches nice and clean and they don't wear out over time. So have the lining done. I also went ahead and added the piping around the border as well. I love that I use this tan for the piping on here. I feel like it really is going to bring all these colors together and just really balance everything out. Because again, like I always say, when you're using two or even just multiple colors in a design, if you don't have the colors in certain areas or don't have them balanced, the whole thing is just going to look off. So really balancing the colors and figuring out where you want to put what color, what shade of this, where. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's really going to make a big difference in your design. So I love the balance of these colors, super dope. So another thing that I also went ahead and did, I did this off camera, but I added the bias binding pieces to the actual whole entire gusset so that when I sew this together, I can just do the binding. So the next step that I need to go ahead and do is I'm gonna go and sew the entire gusset to the exterior, which I'm a hope is not too hard, difficult, because this is one of the most difficult parts for me always in bag making is sewing on the gusset. So we are going to hope. So this whole entire thing has to go around the front and the back of this. That shouldn't be too bad. It's the front side is typically the easiest. It's when I go to do the second side is harder because I don't have much of an open space since I already sewed the front side on. So now I'm sewing the back side on, so I don't have any open space to place my hand or anything inside to kind of guide the fabric through the machine. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'm gonna also do the binding, and then I'll check back in and let you know what I'm gonna do next. We are at 21 hours, 21 minutes, and 9 seconds into this project. I wanna say this is day 6 of production, so we are moving along, almost done, almost to the finish line. So I'm gonna go ahead, sew this gusset on, and then check back in and let you know what I'm gonna do next. So let's do that. All right, so it is now literally, I want to say about a week later since I last finished my last clip and turned the bag right side out and everything. And the reason why it's a week later is currently the day after Thanksgiving. The reason why it's about a week later is because I was gonna go ahead and finish the bag. I wanna say the day that I turned the bag right side out, I wanna say that was Sunday. So I wanted to finish the bag the next day, which was Monday, which all I had to do was sew up the handles and attach the rivets and all that stuff, and I would be done. And I also have to do the strap as well, the adjustable strap, and I would be done. But that night I went and clipped the handles on just to kind of get an idea of what it would look like, and I'm glad that I did this. And once I did that, I realized these handles aren't sturdy enough for this bag. And I had to then go and cut out new pieces and play around with interfacings and different combinations to get the right sturdiness that I was going for. And that actually took me a couple of days to do. I didn't expect it to take that long. I thought it was going to take like a day, but it took like 2-3 days for me to do, because I was playing around with a bunch of different techniques and different interfacings and combinations to try to get the right look and feel that I was going for. So it took me a long time to get through that. And then Thanksgiving came and the preparation for all of that and everything. And then now it's Friday. So yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I was talking about with the handles weren't. First of all, before I do anything, I'm getting beside myself. Bow. Can we get into the material? This is lovely. When I tell you I love this so much, like this bag is just so, it feels so classic and like just a little bit more mature and timeless, and like it just has such a mature vibe to it. I love it so much. This is really coming out amazing. I love the quilting on this. That new foam that I use, 100% gonna start using that for all of my quilting pieces, because it gives me that puffy look that I always try to get, but I never get with the foam that I normally use. So I'm gonna go ahead and clip these handles on so you can get an idea of what it looks like, because I was actually really shocked on this. I interfaced these ones. This is the first handle that I did. I interfaced these the way that I normally do when I'm doing like 3D handles or something. But I guess since this one isn't attached to the bag and it's going to be connected through these rectangle ring hardware pieces, maybe it's a little different for the weight and the way it's attached to the bag. So I don't know, but I did go ahead and make some new ones that are much better, I'm hoping. So I'm gonna put this last clip on. All right, so I have them clipped on, and so you can see when you go to pick the bag up, the handle, like it kind of curves in, like the weight of it, it's the weight of the bag is too much for the handle, like it's not sturdy enough. So again, I interface these typically how I normally do. So each side has Decaville Heavy on it, but it's just not sturdy enough for this. So this one, I did try some different combinations. I can't even remember the combination that I did for this, because I played around with so many different ones and ended up going with this one. I can't even remember, but I know it's several layers of both Decaville Light and Decaville Heavy, and it's much more sturdier. And when I sew this together and add the rivets, I know it's gonna add more sturdiness to the handle. So the next thing that I have to go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and sew these together. So I'm gonna use the tan color thread. I'm gonna sew it together and then put the rivets on, and then I'm gonna attach it to the bag, and the bag will be done. And then I have to go ahead and do the adjustable strap, because I am doing an adjustable strap on this one, which is why I added the little triangle rings on the side so that you can take the strap off or leave it on depending on how you want to wear the bag. You can hold it by the handle, wear it like crossbody on the shoulder, all that good stuff. So I had to sew up the strap as well, and then attach all of the hardware, adjustable sliding piece, the little trigger clips and all that good stuff. So really simple stuff that I have to do for the last thing. It's just taking me a long time to get here because of these freaking handles. I did not expect these handles to take that long, child. I was sitting here like, oh my gosh, am I going to be able to actually finish the bag today? And I was like, nope, don't like how this handle came out. Got to redo it. And it takes a long time because you have to cut out all the pieces, do all the interfacing, and then you have to do all, like, it was just a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and stop rambling so I can knock this out and be done. Let's do it. All right, so it's been about a week now since I went ahead and finally finished up this bag. This was a really long project. Not that it took me a long time to get through it. It's just that I felt like I really took my time working through this one, which led to it taking more days to finish the bag and essentially get it done. Because like I had said before I finished the bag, I had to redo the handles, and then that took like 2-3 extra days, and then some other stuff happened, and then it was Thanksgiving, so then I pretty much had to, it took like pretty much another week added on after making the bag to just finish the handles. So it was a lot of time, but I love how the bag came out. It came out really good. This wasn't a difficult project at all, but it again was a little bit more time consuming. I really like being able to take my time and really work through a project, because I feel like it allows me to work a little bit more cleaner, because a lot of the times when I'm working, it's like I'm moving a little bit more faster because, you know, I want to get the bag out, it's a business, I have to make money, whatever have you, and it's like I'm rushing through the project, but then it's like I feel like I'm not having enough time to really appreciate the process of what it is that I'm creating. With this one, it was totally different. Like I took my time, like I was really taking my time. I love being able to do that. I hope that I'm able to do that a little bit more with my work, sit down, slow down, and really work through the project, if that makes sense. So love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do some final shots and kind of talk about what my favorite parts and things of what I love about this bag are. So first off, right off the bat, these colors, they're amazing. I have been sitting on this color combo for so long, and I thought this was the perfect design to really bring out the beauty of these colors together. And I just love this design with the quilting and the boxed off corners, and like everything about it is just so amazing. Everything flows beautifully together. And I really do love how the front and the back is so different, which it really isn't that different. It's just I don't have the name tag on the back, so you can kind of really fully see the design for what it is, which I think is always so dope. And then, you know, we got the purse feet on the bottom, amazing. Always love to have purse feet on my stuff. We got the little D-rings on the side, and then the handles. I love the handles, they're so dope. This was such a dope little detail to add on here. I think it came out amazing. The zipper looks really good. I love everything about it. It's not nothing too crazy. It just matches really well, which is what I like. And overall, the design is amazing. I seriously love this piece. Like, it just feels so, how do I explain? It feels vintage, but new, which is kind of what I wanted to tie in, which is, I'll kind of go more into it a little bit later on, but I kind of tied it in with what I want this bag to talk about, which is kind of what it brought out for me, or like brung up like memories and things like that. But I'm gonna go ahead and show the inside, because I know I'm not gonna be able to get any good shots. So the inside is, again, that banana cream color. She is lovely. And one thing I did notice with this one is, I don't know if you guys remember in the video when I was sewing the lining or basting it onto the back, it was a little, what is the word I'm looking for? It was a little wobbly looking because of the foam, and I was like, oh, once I sew it together, it'll kind of pull it tighter and it'll kind of go away. It still kind of has a little bit of the wobbly look, but I'm realizing it's because the foam is like so much thicker in the lines that I did. It has like a little indentation, so like the lining is kind of like laying up against the indentations, which is kind of giving it that look. It doesn't look bad, but I just noticed that it still has a little bit of it. I don't know if it's showing up on camera. But again, the inside is that banana cream color. It's waterproof. I went ahead and did the zipper pocket back here. You open it up and it says made by Duffle Gaither, and then it has my name tag in there. And then I also went ahead and did the slip pocket on this side. So it's just one big slip pocket. You can fit some things in, and then it has the whole center compartment. So it's not a crazy big bag, but this is a big enough bag for a good duffel bag, I guess you could call it. That's why earlier in the video, I was like, I don't know if I want to call this a duffel, a briefcase, like what I want to call this, but she is stunning, darling. Like, this is such an amazing piece of work, like absolutely amazing. Oh, the strap too. So I did go ahead and finish doing the strap. So I put the little adjustable piece on here, so it's adjustable to make it longer or shorter, and it has the little what do you call these? Trigger? I always call them trigger snaps. So all you have to do is push the little lever right here, and then you clip it onto, sorry, I just hit the camera. Clip it onto the little triangular D-rings, and then bam, Now you can wear it crossbody, you can make the strap long, you can make it short, all that good stuff. So if you're traveling and you don't want to hold the bag by the handle, you're going to the airport, or you're just, honestly, one thing about it, some people just don't like carrying their bags. They like wearing them more on their shoulders than they do anything else. So just to have that option is really nice. So yeah, with this piece, again, like I was saying, it reminds me of something like vintage, but like it feels really fresh and new. Like I don't really know how to explain it. Like it feels old but new at the same time. Like like it just feels old and new. So I started thinking and started playing on the idea of something being old but new, and it kind of made me think about how when I was younger, I used to go through like my parents' closet all the time, especially my mom's, and just look through their stuff. I don't know why. I was that kind of kid that just like going through their parents' closets and just looking through all the stuff that they had. And like sometimes my mom, she would show me some of the things she had, and like a lot of it would be like older stuff that she used to wear when she was younger, like, or like, you know, just tracksuits, Adidas tracksuits, and like Puma stuff, and like old Louis bags, Gucci bags, things like that. And it was so, they were like really older bags that you couldn't even find on the market. You would have to get them like resale or whatever have you, but like, or just like clothing too, like you would have to get them resale. And they were so old, like they used to wear them when they were way younger, like teenagers, things like that. But it felt so new and fresh to whatever time it was, especially in high school. I remember I still to this day have one of my mom's Adidas tracksuit that I found in there, and she said she used to wear that when she was in high school. But it still felt so new and fresh at the time, and I think that's really cool about clothes and like hand-me-downs. Is like, you know, your parents can wear something and it's like hip to that time, and then like 10, 20 years later, you know, it's old, it's vintage, and like you can't get it no more, but it's still really dope and it's cool to wear and it feels fresh, like new, but it's like it's unique. And I don't know, like I just think the idea is really cool. So I kind of want to tie that in with this because that's what it kind of makes me think of. Like, it's really, this is a design that I feel is more mature, it's more classic, it's more, I don't really know how to put it into words. Like I'm trying to find the words as I'm talking because I didn't script this out, but I can't really think of it. But it kind of just reminds me of going through my parents' closets or grandparents' closets and just seeing something old and vintage. But I think it's like really dope and it kind of matches the time, and it's like, I want to wear it now. You know, kind of like a hand-me-down. So I'm debating if I want to call this bag hand-me-down or something. I have to figure out something to kind of tie everything in together. I have to figure it out. I haven't gotten to that point yet, but I need to because I'm dropping this bag tomorrow and I need everything done and ready to be ready to go. So I need to figure out what I'm going to do. But I really love that idea. I think it's super dope, and it just brings up a lot of memories of when I used to do that. And those were like my first introductions into fashion. Like that's where I feel like I really started liking clothes and getting into fashion, was going to my parents' closet, looking at stuff. And I feel like a lot of people can relate to that, like going through your parents' closets and just going through the clothes they have, putting their clothes on, just playing in their closets. Like I feel like that's a memory that a lot of people can relate to and have gone through. So I think that's super dope to tie in with this bag. But yeah, this bag is going to be retailing on my website for $1,745. It is a little bit more on the pricier side, but when I added up all the numbers and everything, that's what it came out to be. And again, like I said, I am no longer in the business of lowering my prices just to try to make it look better. I'm going to be selling my work for what it comes out to be. So this is $1,745. It does include the shipping and the duster bag, so you don't have to pay anything extra for that. But for what it's worth, honestly, I do really think that it's worth it. The quality is amazing. The design is amazing. It's a one of one, and this is the only place you're gonna be able to get it. It's honestly worth it, for what I think. So amazing design. I love how she came out, and I am happy to finally be done. So yeah, again, this is the final product of the bag. She is amazing. I thank you guys for sticking around all the way to the end. If you did, I need to hurry up because my camera is about to turn off from overheating. But make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification so that you can be notified when I upload any new videos. And make sure you guys also check out my description box for my website and social medias and all that stuff. And what else do I need to say? That's pretty much it, really. I need to hurry up and go because my camera's gonna shut off. But again, I thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all the love and support that you guys have been showing me. And sorry if I don't get to respond to all the comments. I try to respond to as many comments as I can, but sometimes I've been really terrible at responding to comments, DMs, and emails, especially as of recently. Like, it's just been so much lately. Like sometimes I just can't find the energy to do it, but I do read all the comments and I really do appreciate the love. And for everyone who's watching, thank you. The channel has been growing beautifully. It's lovely to see. And yeah, you already know, it's Mad Bagger season. The Mad Bagger is here. He's not going nowhere. And you know what time it is. So I thank you guys for watching. Mad Bagger signing out.